Hi there, it's Arlene. I'm just here with a quick project share of some tags I made for a swap over at minialbumscraps.ning.com. And the swap this month was a Prima doll stamp tag swap. You had to use the Prima doll stamps, of course, and you had to do one technique, whether it was using modeling paste or inking or paint or something like that, and a certain number of embellishments. So for this tag I used the Prima Rondelle collection. It's an older collection, and I of course used the doll stamp, and I cut out all of the flowers from a separate sheet of paper and then put them up on foam tape to give them some dimension. My inspiration was actually the paper itself. I was trying to recreate the look of the paper, but more dimension, add more dimension. So I used my doily die and cut that out from pink, and then cut out all of these little pieces here from the paper. I used chicken wire stencil and modeling paste on the back. This is a metal butterfly from Butterbee Scraps. Just a little piece of organza ribbon here. More cutouts. I put a little bouquet of flowers. I wanted it to look like she was holding flowers here. They're from I Am Roses, but they were a bit, I wanted to bring in this green. They were a bit too green, so I just painted over them with a bit of white paint. And this is Prima Bling, sorry, along the cutout of this little banner that I made and just stamped at the bottom. So that's the first one. The second one is using the Divine collection. So this is the second tag, also with a bit of organza ribbon. I made the little banner here from cutting out from the paper. This is the paper is the same on the back that I layered on the front, and I painted all the tags. I put chipboard in the middle and then painted all the sides with Tim Holtz acrylic paint, the paint dauber. Here I put a piece of the paper, I distressed the edges, inked them all up with vintage photo. These are I Am Roses flowers, this one's Prima, and these are banners that I made from the paper. There's a little Prima chipboard piece here. I paper pieced her dress and put glossy accents, which the camera probably isn't picking up, along the polka dots. And I colored and then stickled her hairband, and then punched these little butterflies out and popped them up. I made this little banner that says Friends of the Flowers of Life. Okay, so that's my second tag. And the third one was made using mostly the Fairy Rhymes collection, except for her clothes, which I used the Divine collection for because I didn't like any of the patterns in the Fairy Rhymes. They just weren't right for her dress. So I used a piece from Divine to paper piece her little dress and put her jacket up on foam tape. I cut this fence using a Sizzix die, and I cut it out of chipboard, I painted it, and then the camera probably isn't picking it up, but I covered it with modeling paste to give it some texture so it looked a little bit more like rough wood. And then I wanted it to look like the flowers were growing, you know, up and around and over the fence. She's holding a little posy of flowers here. These are cut aparts from the collection that I distressed and layered up. I glossy accented her shoes because it makes it a lot easier to cut these dolls out if you glossy accent their shoes, let it dry, and then you can cut around it. It's a little stiffer and it's easier to cut out these thin pieces here, these thin heels. I also stickled her headband after coloring it and layered it with the doily, which is probably my favorite thing to layer on these Prima doll tags. And I used a bit of seam binding and a chipboard from this one's from the Divine collection. And that's it. Those are my 3 tags. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.